Everyone, you are watching Rob's MetalWorks, and we are here at the Grizzly Hall in Austin. Yes, we drove up to support the man, the legend, the man, Phil Anselmo is back on Rob's. What a great and glorious day it is. How you doing, sir?
Great to be here, Robert.
Oh, God, man. It's always so good to see you, Phil. And joining us as well, the man, Jose Gonzalez and Steven Taylor, the dudes from Superjoint Ritual. Gentlemen, welcome to the show as well.
Yeah, man. What's happening?
How you doing, Steve?
Doing fine.
Man, so many things to talk about. First of all, Phil, how does it feel to be back in the saddle again with Superjoint?
Having fun, bro. Doing my thing. Feels good.
Does it seem like it's been an 11-year absence since you fronted this band?
Nah, man, we've been jamming constantly, especially me and Steve and Blue. We've been writing all kind of stuff and new illegals and new this and that and the other stuff that we got under the old hat for the children of rock and roll. So I've been doing this shit for so long. It feels like yesterday I played a gig. Oh, wasn't so fucking far away.
Riding that bike.
Now I'm back in Austin, here to stay. Oh, I believe in the fact that I lost it. All right.
Bullshit artist.
Bullshit artist.
Well, you're back, okay? You're back with Superjoint. Obviously, throughout the duration of your absence, or the band's absence, you obviously kept yourself busy with many things that we all know about. But why the return? Why now is a good time for Superjoint to resurface?
Because we just put a new record out.
Yeah.
And did you just... Wait a minute.
I was asking, like, why?
No. Did you just... I get this weird feeling that you think I'm the greasy strangler.
I know you love horror.
Just making sure.
Well, me and Steve have been playing some Superjoint songs and Pantera songs with the Illegals. So when the idea for Superjoint came about from Corey and Kate with the Housecore Horror Film Festival, it just sort of all really fell into place really quickly because we already knew several of the songs and we're here and we're ready to fucking jam.
You guys did a couple of tours with Superjoint before all the record stuff started happening, right?
We did several shows and one tour with Danzig, and which was pretty fucking awesome, and the reception was great, and everybody had a good time hearing the hits. But we didn't want to come out and just keep playing the hits. We wanted to come out and give some, something else to chew on.
And how did all that kind of help you guys get ready for actually doing some recording or writing new songs?
Oh, we started writing almost as soon as we set foot in the room together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it just...
We were coming off an illegal session anyway, so we were primed. We already had a week, 10 days in the studio, and then jumped in on this. So was ready to jump right in, no problem.
And obviously, when you hear this record, when I heard it for the first time, I was like, oh, that's Superjoint. There's no, denying it. Obviously, sticking to the traditional sound of the band. But how important was that for you, Phil, especially after all this time?
I think that when you have a band, an established band, you need to emulate the sound that you began with as best you can, because that particular band has a particular fan base and they like that certain feel, they like the sound. So we like the feel and the sound as well. There's so many things that went into influence-wise, I'm speaking, into Superjoint, that I guess we got a chance to revisit, and that's always fun, listening to stuff you love. Some of it you're like, oh God, and then most of it's like, gosh, this is awesome, and why don't we listen to this more often? So, it's like, but secondhand, baby, second fiddle. This is easy, man. This is easy to do and fun to do. and focused, you know, just as we know what Superjoint sounds like. Even these dudes know what Superjoint sounds like. And from there, you know, it's like, especially getting Stephen Blue, it's like, you know, when you get that new blood in the band, you know, there's more, input and fresh input and ideas start spinning around, and, you know, shit, man, we could have wrote 20 more songs, you know, and kept on evolving and whatever, and I guess that's why they call this shit the future. You know, it's like, you know, we can do this shit a lot, you know.
You mentioned fans, you know, and obviously, you know, the traditional fan base of Superjoint now, you know, 11 years, 13 years later, a little older people now. Also, but the music is, and the attention that the band is getting, I think, is also captivating some young fans who listen to heavy music and say, oh, now I get to see and feel what Superjoint is. Have you seen some of these young people out here?
Yeah, I mean, actually, a lot of these young people.
He is one of them.
Yeah, as far as.
Perfect guy to
Yeah. I mean,
know
dude,
what he wants.
when Superjoint was going at it hard and heavy back in the day, you know, touring, I was maybe 12, 13 years old. I had no idea what good music was. I tell Philip the first bands that I listened to, and he just like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, I finally got into the right ones, but dude, it just, when I meet some of these fans, they're so knowledgeable. They start telling me stats and things about my bands, and I'm like, well, damn, I didn't know that about Steve. You know, they're just so into it, and for me, we're so deep into just writing the music and trying to make something happen there. It's hard for me to even keep track of my own bands and my own material, but that's it. It's just we do the best we can, and we keep going and try to learn as much as possible. But a lot of these young people are just, they're so beyond me with the music that they listen to that, I mean, I feel out of touch.
Hey, being the oldest guy in the band, we got young fans out there, more power to them, because they've been listening to dog shit for the last 10, 15 years.
Agreed. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit because, you know, believe it or not, I'm a school teacher, and I have a young, you know, I teach 18-year-old, 17-year-old kids, and there's this one, you know, there's always the one heavy metal kid in the classroom, and he comes in and I said, hey, Juan, I said, I'm going to go interview Superjoint tonight. He said, sir, who's that? He didn't really know who Superjoint was as a young kid, only 18 right now, and I kind of shared with him something. He says, sir, I'm going to check it out tonight when I get home. So new fans getting acclimated. He heard it. He loved it. So good things, man.
You're in academia?
I am.
Well, I'm proud of you. I think that's an honorable and noble thing. I do. I want to say that.
I teach
Teach in the house.
I teach business courses, actually.
Fantastic. That's even better.
Yeah. And I love it. I love it, actually.
Both of you've done good.
So let's talk about the brutality of this record. Again, you know, traditional Superjoint, bludgeoning, heavy, and also very tight and concise songs. I mean, these songs come out of the gate really quick. They pummel you, and then it's done and over, and we're moving on to the next track. So, Steve, I'm going to pass the mic over to you. And, you know, Phil's kind of, you know, alluded to the fact that, you know, having new blood in the band and contributing also as writers to what, you know, Superjoint is. Share a little bit about your thoughts about how the writing process went and how your contributions kind of helped with the record.
They came pretty natural and pretty. They came together pretty quick, like you're saying. Just like they had the snap to them, they came together that snappy, and we just gelled together in the band room and just started throwing ideas at each other, and just naturally came together, man.
Was there any pre-production going on, or you kind of did a lot of the writing as y'all were recording? Or?
No, just ideas flying off the hip. Maybe some of them came from maybe your back catalog or something, drew from, but mainly we're just making stuff up on the fly. And you know, we got everybody at this caliber in the band. You know, it's inevitable that things are going to come out and just stick. You know, so.
So the new record is called "Caught in the Gears of Caught Up in the Gears of Application." Talk a little bit about some of the theme lyrically, Phil, for this record.
Really, honestly, it's taking a good cold stare at modern technology and how it has affected the business of music, of communication between people, of lack of communication between people. Some people call it, actually, I believe it's literally called social media. Now, isn't it? It's anti-social media is what it is. Everybody's at home behind the computer screens, hiding, typing away things they would never say to somebody's face. And, it's very hard to interpret black and white, just write it. It's like, is there a joke there? Is there a sense of humor there? You can't read it. You cannot. It's tough. It's so caught up in the gears of application is living in the modern world, baby.
Is it info saturation? Is it's just too much often where you feel like do you guys ever unplug?
It's sociopathic herd delusion.
Unplugging is going to, for me and Steven, is going to Phillips and just being in the studio and just. But even then, with a phone and a computer and shit, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna look up this guitar.
When we're grinding, man, there's no better place to be. There's no better place to be, and that's to be disconnected and to be grinding it out in that room. That's
what it takes.
It's the Nosferatu's lair.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what it takes, though, is to get out there and
no matter what project we're doing, either
disconnect. It's funny you say that. When you're just focused on one thing and you're there with your brothers and you're just doing it, that's it.
Still don't have a phone. I won't submit. Look, it's an iPod, and that's that.
And connected to your music there. You got your music
That's
on.
it. Text me. Can you? Don't do that to me.
He's like fucking John Connor. You're like John Connor. You live under the grid. You don't live. You're off the grid.
I'm off the fucking grid. I don't do social media, and anybody out there that thinks I'm tweeting you or something, or Snapchatting you, or fucking Instagramming you, or you're fucking really, it ain't me. I'm fucking grinding it out with these motherfuckers, man. That's all I do, man, is write music. Fuck.
But I might talk to you back to you. I might.
Aside from the musical impact that social media has, let's talk about society in general. It kind of seems like it's going down an ominous path.
I agree, and I think it's honestly, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. I think a lot of it's manufactured outrage, and I think that there's too much. I guess I have too much faith in mankind and womankind. And people. Let's just be right here. Try not to use the word politically correct, but let's be honest. People. I have too much faith in people. And I know that when I close that damn laptop and step outside and I get into the real world, and I'm at airports, I'm at horror conventions, I'm at rock shows, whatever. Everybody sure is nice. Everybody sure gets along, it seems. Everybody is, it's like there's an online community and then there's the real thing. That's just how it seems to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. No, boy, ever.
It's mind-boggling. It is mind-boggling. So you guys are headlining this short run that runs up until February 3rd with Battlecross and Child Bite. What can February 3rd? Yeah. Oh, the 5th. Added a couple of dates. Good. What can fans expect from the band on this run?
Antics. bullshit artistry.
Tight shows.
Yes.
A good combination of old material, new material.
Oh yeah, we'll play the hits for the fans for sure. But we're playing a pretty hefty amount of the new record because it's definitely it comes across very well live. That was one of the big things for me, is I was hoping everybody has these expectations of what the band should sound like, and it's like, you know, it's been a very long time since they put out a record, but me and Steve weren't going to come in and do anything less. You know, we were going to come in and, we were going to come in and bullshit all over the place, and we'll prove it tonight at Grizzly Hall.
And any plans yet for the rest of this year? Obviously, it's the beginning of 2017. Lots of time ahead. What would you like to do, Phil, in support of this record?
We're going to do 2 more legs here in the United States after this run. And yeah, cover some territory. I like hitting the small towns, man. Yeah. The hungry towns, the towns that rock shows don't normally tread through. Those two, I think since the early 90s, those have been kind of my favorite shows. I no disrespect to the big cities. Oh, come on now. Hey, they got rockers too. And hey, we all have the right to rock.
And they're super duper appreciative.
Yes, they are. Yeah. And so am I. You know, it's like when fans come up and say, "Man, thank you for all the music," I always have to remind them, the band doesn't choose the audience. Yeah. It's the audience that chooses the band. So it works both ways. And bless you. We love you. All the true fans out there. Everybody, through thick and thin. Good times and bad. Rough seas and calm waters. Big fish and little fish.
I'm getting my signal because you got things to do tonight, and the night will progress beautifully. I know. I have to ask you one last question because I think fans want to know. Obviously, you know, you guys would run this cycle, and will Superjoint again go on another hiatus, or you continue wanting to do Superjoint work?
Man, gosh.
I hate to put you on the spot like that.
Considering the amount of material that we have written between the 3 of us sitting right here, and hell, there's even a project that involves everybody on this bus, Kevin Bond, Jimmy Bauer, everybody. There's so much in the works. So to give you a definitive answer would be like asking, so Phil, when's the next Down coming out? Ooh, 5 years. I don't know. You know, look, I'll be like 69 years old. Fucking, good, the new Down's coming up. No, man. Yeah, we got a new record coming out next week. You know, Robert.
We want to know.
This is like is this an exam?
That you could predict the future.
Is this an exam? He's giving me an exam, and I didn't even have a chance to study for it.
It's a breakdown of your complex mind.
It is a complex mind because we're in so many different bands. I literally, we had a photo shoot earlier, and Bobby from Down, who's doing guitars for us, that God bless his heart, and I do mean Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Bullshit artist. When they said, "Hey, it's time for the photo shoot," I looked at Bobby. I said, "Man," I had to stop myself. I'm like, he's not in Superjoint. What band am I in? Oh my God! But that's a good feeling. It's a great feeling. You're surrounded by all your brothers and sisters and ready to go. I gotta plug one band because they got a record that just is coming out. SYK from Italy. They are bad fucking ass to the fucking core. And their new record is called Eye Opticon, and it's like a Mike Tyson left hook with a female fronted band, and she, to me, is the best singer in beyond heavy metal. Like, she's the best singer.
She's like a guttural singer.
No. Yeah, she's amazing. But keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that. You want to wrap this up there, Robert?
Not me.
I know.
The respectful Kate.
I know. But I'm just saying, would you like to wrap it up with a
Okay. Yeah.
with a big bang?
I do.
Go ahead. You're in command.
Well, I try not to be. But, I wanted the anti-bullshit artist, but I don't ever think I got an answer to my last question. But it's okay. I'll let you off the hook.
I can't answer that question. Yes, we would like to keep doing the Superjoint. Write more. We can. Sure. I guess it's up to the people.
The gods of metal.
No, it's honestly, it's up to the fans. Do they want more Superjoint? I think that would be an imperative question. No, wouldn't you there?
We're going to find out once they see this interview.
What's 2 plus 2?
I think they're going to voice
What's
their
2
voice.
plus 2?
4.
You can tell he's a teacher. You can tell he is in academia.
God, this is a great interview. I always love chatting with you because I never know what's going to happen. It's so kind of spontaneous and wild and crazy and bullshitty. It's crazy.
We're bullshit artists, and not only that, look at the cuteness.
Oh, God.
You're surrounded by.
This guy. Any last words?
Look at his eyes. Zoom in on those bloodshot, wax smoking, whatever these kids do to them.
Yes, see. Any last words, Jose, as we wrap up?
For anything and everything housecore, go to thehousecorerecords.com.
Steven, how about you, sir?
Come on out to the shows, kids.
Philip, again, thank you so much for giving our program always your best on camera. I love talking to you, man. You know that we love Phil Anselmo and we'll always continue to support you as long as you're out there doing what you love to do. You know that. You know we love you. Came up from San Antonio, Texas to come up and talk to you.
Robert, I love you too.
I love you more.
Will you go to the prom with me?
Sure, as the man, I will.
Bullshit artist.
No, there's no bullshit there.
Remember, everyone, the brand new Superjoint is out right now. Go out there.
Years of application.
Go out there, get it, pick it up, download it, get it in your hands, jam it, rock it very loud. You saw Superjoint Ritual on Rob's MetalWorks.